Howdy again, everyone. Welcome back. It's been a few days since I've posted anything. I've been a little bit under the weather. I've had earlier in the week, I kind of had a little bit of a sinus infection type of thing, and here for the past about 2 or 3 days, I've had a little bit of a stomach issue. So I've really been kind of just laying around the house, trying to kind of bounce back from that type of stuff. And of course, yesterday there was the traumatic event of um, President Trump's rally, and that was something. Watched that live. It's good to see that he's doing okay though, and hopefully moving forward. So anyway, it's been a busy set of days here for me, but I'm back, and back at least for the most part. I thought I would try to post kind of a short video today or tonight, so it'll probably be maybe an hour, somewhere around there. I'm hoping to post a little more um, between now and the coming week, because it's looking like it's going to shape up to be a pretty decent week for me for the most part in terms of like responsibilities that would take me away from the game and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. Um, okay, so if you're new to the channel, haven't seen any of the other vids about this game that I've been playing here lately, I'm in the middle of trying to complete the outer loop, and then once I do that, I'm going to wind up basically doing 2 rows of these uranium slug turrets to solidify the base defense system. In between that and now, I'm also trying to basically utilize these corner sections as livestock areas and pens. As you can see, I've got some pins and stuff in these areas as well. But I've been trying to slowly convert these in one way or another. Now, I'm thinking about just converting these two into pins like these, and then using these spaces for crops. But I don't know if I like that idea, and the reason I don't is because in here I can grow this stuff year round because it's enclosed, it's got a roof on it, and it's got these heaters and growing lights, and that has worked out really well. It's caused problems from the standpoint of being able to keep up with it. So from that angle, I don't know really what to say about that. It's something that I've been kind of struggling with ever since I started with this type of approach. But at least in terms of like having a year-round type of place that I can grow stuff from beyond just the growing bins or basins or whatever you call those things. I always forget the name of these things. Hydroponic basins. It does really well, and so I'm more than likely going to wind up trying to do something like that then with this stuff as well, and just keep these corner areas as the livestock stuff, and maybe, I don't know, maybe put some like some sort of sheltered type of sleeping areas and stuff in each of them. That way they don't always have to be outside. But see, that's another thing too, though. I've also considered trying to make these all enclosed as well, which I think I'm gonna do. I just kind of forgot about having tried to do that. See, as you can see, I'm starting to put some columns up at various points. That way the roof will stay upright. So that's kind of where we are, man. And in between everything, I'm just trying to find ways to make additional rooms for some of these various kinds of utilities and stuff, and work on these batteries and things. There's a lot going on in this game, man. And if any of you haven't played this ever, I highly advise it, because it's a really fun game. It can really get frustrating sometimes because you'll oftentimes get into situations that'll piss you off, and the game's AI loves to piss you off too, because sometimes everything will be hunky-dory, and then it'll be like out of left field, suddenly everything's just falling apart. You're being raided, your guys or colonists are getting weird infections or diseases and stuff, and one thing leads to another, and you just get pissed off. It doesn't happen all the time like that, but it happens enough where you're definitely aware of it being a potential issue. Okay, so so Brooke, who is the daughter of Wikenot and Coffee, she's going through some sort of psychological issue right now. It's going to kind of hurt with the meaning detail. Winters, for me, with this colony, that's always been the most difficult part. But once you make it through the winters, everything's fine, more or less. I think a lot of the problems that I've been going through, though, with this game, or I mean this colony, is that I've expanded out too quickly and too largely. You know, with these massive fields and, you know, the livestock and everything else, the building in general. Now, if I could, like, maybe add about 5 more colonists, I think we would balance a lot of that out. So if I could just kind of hold on for a while, I think at some point things will happen to where I'll be able to either get people that, you know, crash land or do some missions or something like that, and things will kind of fall into place. And here I'll give you an idea of what kind of world I'm working on if you haven't been in the loop. So this is our world. This right here is obviously where I am. And thankfully, we're not really surrounded by a bunch of baddies, and we're within pretty close proximity to the, I guess, the planet's primary power government, or whatever, dominant government, which is the Refugee Dominion. And I'm not really on bad terms with them or anything. I think it's just kind of like a neutral stance right now. But these guys I'm doing a little better with. They come by sometimes every once in a while on trips. These guys I haven't yet had any run-ins with, or these. So we've been doing pretty well with stuff like that. There's an ongoing kind of mission or quest where I'm looking for 2 artifacts. I've acquired one of them. It was called this thing called the Hornexus, and it's part 1 of 2 that once I have, I think I'll be able to display it in this thing called reliquary. And according to what I understand out of the mission synopsis, it's basically something that is supposed to attract better traders, I guess. At least that's as I've understood it. Now, I don't know if that's completely true or not, but judging from the Hornexus here that you can see, but this little thing right here, to me it almost looks like a sword handle. So I don't know if this other part that we're going to wind up getting at some point is going to wind up being an actual sword or something like that. As you can see right here, this is a constructoid, and that's basically the first mech of our mechanator here, which is Ripka. And I haven't built any of these mech rechargers yet because I don't want to have to worry about the development of I think they're called base packs. It's basically like a thing. It's like a byproduct of the charging station that you put the mechs in whenever they need to be recharged. And a buildup of those things, they usually wind up, at some point they deteriorate, break down, and then once they break down, it causes a lot of pollution. And pollution in this game can really be a pain in the ass to deal with. So I'm just kind of leaving that on its own little slow charge cycles, because I don't think it generates waste packs by doing that. Now, at some point I'll build some rechargers, but I don't want to do it until I've acquired a couple different things to handle the waste pack disposal. Can take a look around to see if there's any animals worth taming. Yeah, and we've tamed a thrumbo. I've been looking for a male. I like it so far. Yaks, horses, maybe some donkeys, and boomalopes. That's basically what I'll try to go after or stick with. In case if you haven't been following along with some of the other episodes and you're just now tuning in, I'll give you a quick breakdown of who's who in this colony. So, Gabs, Cream, and Newton were the founders. Gabs and Cream are kind of my primary construction people. Newton is a pretty good construction person too, but he's mostly my primary miner. And I think Rachel is another one of the miners now as well. Everyone else has essentially been, well, from Rachel and on, it's basically been a conglomeration of things like, well, okay, this person crash landed here, this other person, we acquired from a mission or something like that, or maybe someone escaped. There's been a few waves of refugees that I've tried to house and assist, and some of those people have managed to stick around. Like, I think Kaufman was actually one of those. Kaufman, Alo, and I think maybe just those two. Um, but Espinoza, he's our primary fabrication type guy. He's the guy that I always have working full time on things like, not bad. It's right here on. Oh, he's our guy that we always use to make components. He's like a full time component guy. Because components in this game are always a pain in the ass to deal with. So much depends on them. But he's our main fabrication guy. Rebka is our primary researcher, and like I said earlier, she's our I think they're called mechanators or something like that. But she's basically the gal right now who can control the constructoid stuff. And obviously, it goes without saying maybe that I'm gonna wind up having more and do stuff like that. But for right now, she's our first. Pepper, Wickenaut. Basically, I mean, Pepper and Wickenaut are the primary crop people. You know, they're the guys that will sow the land and stuff like that, manage the crops, but they also help out with Wuot, Kaufman, and most of the time everyone else with things related to livestock too. So whenever we have things like hay and stuff, I'll usually try to have them take a lot of that stuff to the various pins and everything. But Alo, Mip, and Matthews are just kind of like generalists. I have them sometimes helping out with crop stuff, sometimes helping out with, you know, livestock, sometimes helping out with hauling things, whatever. And whenever any traders come around, or whenever we have orbital traders, Kaufman's always the person that I have who deals with that stuff. Now, so far, Wickenaut and Kaufman have been the only people in the colony who have had actual offspring. And that's... Brooke is one of them. She's currently in a catatonic state. I guess she was just stressed out or something. She just kind of broke down one time. And I think it happened in the last episode. But the newborn is Olga. And... not really sure what... Well, maybe I told her to sleep over here, I guess. But yeah. Brooke and Olga are the daughters of Kaufman and small steps. Now, as far as the primary power source that this colony uses, I'm trying to basically transition everything over into these chem fuel generators. And the reason for that is because if we maintain an adequate stock of Woomalopes, they generate this stuff called chem fuel, and then we of course feed the chem fuel to the generators. Now, the raising of the Woomalopes obviously depends on having ample amounts of things like hay and, as you can see here, dandelion. So as long as we have that, we kind of have a self-sufficient way to power everything. But it's not easy, man. Dealing with all this stuff all the time. And that's one reason that I'm trying to do my best to stock up on as many batteries as possible. Now, with that being said, I also have a few wind generators and stuff like this, but I'm trying to basically move these out to different locations. And that's also the reason that I'm trying to build as many of these solar panels as I can in this little outer loop thing. So that'll help kind of complement the chem fuel generators. find because I'm not seeing the components. Is that maybe it? See, this is the kind of crap. Oh man. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. Okay, so how bad share it. So let's just shit, man. Right. Okay, here we go again. Starting to have a bunch of BS happening. This is what I was talking about with this game and the whole AI crap. Just needs to be a bit much sometimes. Actually, how did we do that? Strange, leader of the Northwest Hiwanium, has discovered an ancient complex a long distance away. He believes it contains information about the relic known as the Venform. Okay, that's the thing that I was talking about. Strange can't spare people to look into it, but hopes you can. God dang it, I hate these. Couldn't come at a worse effing time too. Why does it have to be so many? Alright. Dang it, I hate this. But we've got to do it. Two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Jiminy Christmas. Hopefully this won't take very long. Right here, I guess, is where it is. So where's everything here? Here it is. Okay. Where's the shovel? Hey guys, let's do this. So get it done and over with as soon as possible. Just stay right there since she doesn't have any weapons. This one knows it as well. Time drafts. Ties. Rachel. Rebecca. Not Sam. This as quickly as possible. Drop supplies. Argonauts right there. Argonauts. So as well as open that. Is that uranium? As many as possible. There's Rebecca. So now we need to get everyone loaded back up and get the hell out of here. Here's the thing. That didn't take very long. Now let's get moving back off of construction. Rock on, man. Let's break painless. Let's go ahead and make sure we save. See what all you're capable of in this game whenever everyone's not just losing their shit? Oh, Lord. So yeah, I don't know what this Vin form thing is, but it's been kind of like a multi-mission quest type of thing, and that, I think, is about my 6th mission or so in all of this stuff, so I'm hoping that means that we'll be getting it here for too long. It'd be nice to get it done and over with. Let's do this first. That I'm a little questionable on, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and roll with it. As far as that's concerned, though, I think I can move that. These other things first, and let's see how that goes. Caps on that too. some sort of like sword or something. She's a crawler. Which now that I think about it, I kind of wonder if maybe her having that gun wound up leading to her getting into her catatonic state. Kind of a stupid reason to move Berserko. For some weird reason, it reminded me of that. What's it called? Oh, that movie with Will Ferrell, Anchorman. That dude that's running around with a grenade, yelling. I see that as being Brooke the moment she has a gun. For some reason, I don't know. My mind works kind of weird like that sometimes. So you're telling me that, well, no. I was thinking that those little lines were somehow leading to this. That's obviously wrong. Okay, so that's connected to those. That's connected to that. So that's connected to that. Okay, then I guess we just don't need this other one then. Is there something over here that maybe might be able to use? Those are not these are being used at all. Let's see, how should we do this? I guess we can just move it over here. So maybe there might be a better way to organize all this stuff, but I guess there isn't. In fact, if we move that one over there, then we can just get rid of this one in general. Probably get rid of this one too, because it doesn't look like any of these use that. Unless this does, and I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, I don't think it does. Screw it. As soon as we get this one. That's good. Wait a minute. Is there any advantage to having multiple tool cabinets? I don't think there is, right? Let me see what. I'm sure there's someone here. This increases work speed when placed near your workbench. One workbench can use up to 2 tool cabinets. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that then. So let's go ahead and cancel that. But let's see if we can't at least make this like maybe right here. Prioritize that. That was just maybe that'll speed things up, I guess. Try that. Some halo to this as well. We're making progress, man. It's just taking time. Small steps, small. Looking really good on a lot of stuff, though. Animals are being fed. For the most part, we're struggling a little bit with a few of them, but nothing major. Building's generally clean. Things are being sewed. Cut. For a second, I was thinking that maybe I didn't build something correctly because of this little shape. But I realized now that it's just those two. This. Details. Cremate corpse. Make sure I get this right. It's not good. So she's still. Yes. Okay, so I think I'm going to wind up stopping right here. So over here where I am, man, it's getting kind of late, and work week starts tomorrow, so I'm going to get off here and start prepping for that. In the next episode, though, whenever I wind up eventually coming back, which I'll try to maybe post one tomorrow. For any of my political viewers, if you're not aware of it, the RNC starts tomorrow, and I think there's going to be a lot of streams from the RNC event, so make sure to tune into that. That's one reason I'm not really sure if I'm going to wind up having an episode tomorrow, but whenever I do wind up doing another episode, I'm going to wind up trying to focus on some of these, because, what is that? I'm going to try to focus on some of these, because as you saw earlier, we're kind of struggling right now with batteries, and that's the indication that we need some more power sources. So, going to try to focus on some of the power sources, hopefully get this darn thing built, because it's been cute for a while, but just haven't gotten it done yet, and just kind of keep working on stuff, keep pushing forward, man. That and the batteries too, because once these all get built in a row, I believe all of these will finally connect to the main grid. Lots to do, but this is kind of cool because now we're beginning to have some more bed spaces or living rooms. Anyway, it's all progressing, all according to my design. So, hope you guys have a good week. Hope you stay out of trouble. And just gonna stay safe. And we'll see you when we see you. Later.